The moment they opened my husband's coffin, I saw a folded note lying on his chest. It had my name written in his handwriting. My hands were shaking when I picked it up. I'm still alive. Trust no one. For a second, I forgot to breathe. Everyone around me was crying, but I could only hear my own heartbeat. Before we go deeper into this story, make sure you subscribe and share, because what happened next will make you question everyone you know. I looked around. My mother-in-law stood there, pretending to cry, but her eyes kept scanning the crowd. My husband's best friend, Adam, avoided looking at me. Something was wrong. Terribly wrong. 2 weeks ago, Daniel's car had exploded on the highway. Police called it an accident. But that note, his handwriting, his smell, this wasn't a ghost playing tricks. He wanted me to find it. As I slipped the note inside my pocket, a cold voice whispered behind me, "You shouldn't have touched that." It was Adam. His smile didn't match his eyes. I froze. "What do you mean?" He leaned closer and said, "Let's just say, Daniel had secrets. And now they're yours to handle." My legs trembled. I stared at the coffin again. Was my husband really dead? Or had he set up the biggest lie of his life? That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Daniel's face inside that coffin. Calm, peaceful, almost staged. The note burned in my hand like fire. I locked my bedroom door and unfolded it again. On the back, there were faint pencil marks. Coordinates. And one word, basement. My heart pounded. I lived in a 2-story house that Daniel had bought right after our wedding. I never questioned why the basement door was always locked. He said it was just storage. But now, at 2:43 a.m., I was standing in front of that same door, holding a flashlight and shaking. If you're still watching, hit the like button, because what I found next made me question everything I thought I knew about love. The lock clicked open easier than I expected. The smell of damp concrete hit my face. I went down the stairs one slow step at a time, my light catching dust and cobwebs. Then the beam landed on something that made my stomach drop. A wall covered in photographs of me, sleeping, cooking, talking on the phone. Hundreds of pictures taken secretly. I gasped, stepping backward. My hand brushed against something metallic. It was a small black box with a blinking red light. A camera, still recording. Suddenly I heard footsteps upstairs. Slow, careful. Someone else was in the house. I switched off my flashlight and froze in the darkness. The footsteps got closer. A floorboard creaked above me. Then a man's voice whispered from the top of the stairs, low and familiar. "Emily, you weren't supposed to find this?" My heart stopped. It wasn't Daniel's voice. It was Adam's. I froze in the dark, my back against the cold wall. Adam's footsteps echoed above me, slow and deliberate, like he already knew I was down there. The air felt heavy, like the whole house was holding its breath. "Come out, Emily," he said softly. "You don't want to make this worse." My pulse raced. I looked around, trying to find anything to defend myself. Then my light landed on an old toolbox. I reached inside and grabbed a rusty wrench, my hands shaking. The basement door creaked open. Adam's silhouette appeared at the top of the stairs. His voice was calm, too calm. "You were never supposed to see this. Daniel made a mess, and I was the one cleaning it up. If you're still watching, hit subscribe, because this is where the real story begins. What are you talking about?" I whispered, stepping back. He came down one step at a time, the light from above outlining his face. Daniel didn't die in that car accident. He disappeared. He faked it. And you were never supposed to find out. I couldn't breathe. "You're lying," he smirked. "Am I? You think that note found you by accident?" I stared at him, confusion and fear fighting inside me. "He's alive? Where is he?" Adam stopped halfway down. "You'll know soon enough. He left something for you, and something for me." Before I could speak, the sound of a phone vibrating broke the silence. Adam looked at his pocket. His expression changed. Fear. He pulled out the phone, looked at the screen, and whispered, "He's calling." I took a step forward. "Who?" He looked up at me, his face pale. "Daniel." Adam's hand trembled as the phone kept vibrating. He finally answered, "Daniel?" His voice cracked. There was a pause. Then a distorted voice replied, "You shouldn't have told her, Adam." The line went dead. Adam stared at the phone, frozen. I could see sweat forming on his forehead. Adam, I said softly, what's going on? You said he's alive. He looked at me with wide eyes. You don't understand. He wasn't supposed to contact anyone. He's dangerous now. My heart was pounding. Dangerous? You said he was your brother. Adam backed away, whispering, he's not the same person anymore. He found out what I did, and now he wants both of us to pay. Before I could ask more, every light in the house flickered and went off. Total darkness. Then a projector flicked on across the room, showing a grainy video on the wall, Daniel sitting in a chair, staring straight into the camera. His voice came through the speakers, cold and calm. If you're watching this, you've already lied too much, Adam and Emily. You've been searching for truth. So here it is. What happened to me wasn't an accident. It was revenge. But it's not over yet. The video cut to black. I stood frozen, my mind spinning. Revenge for what? I turned to look at Adam, but he was gone. I ran through the dark hallway, shouting, Adam! No answer, just the echo of my voice. Suddenly, the basement door creaked open. A faint light leaked through, candlelight. I stepped inside. On the table, there were old photos of me, Adam, and Daniel. But one photo made my heart stop. Daniel and I. Together, smiling, holding hands, I gasped, no, this can't be real. A voice came from behind me. It's real, Emily. I turned. It was Daniel, alive, pale, eyes dark and cold. You lied to me, I whispered. You died. He smiled bitterly. I was supposed to. Adam made sure of that. He took a deep breath, stepping closer. You both betrayed me. You loved me, then married my brother. And he tried to kill me for money. Now tell me, Emily, who deserves forgiveness? Tears blurred my vision. Daniel, please, he slammed his fist on the table. Don't beg. I don't want forgiveness. I want closure. Behind him, the projector turned on again, showing footage of Adam confessing to the crime, recorded days ago. Daniel leaned closer. He thought I was gone. But I came back for him. Suddenly, there was a loud crash upstairs, Adam's voice yelling. Daniel's lips curved into a faint smile. Right on time. Before I could move, he whispered, you'll see what real betrayal feels like. The screen went black. The last thing I heard was Adam's scream, and then silence.